Welcome back to the Indie Critic channel. And today, you may be wondering, Damien, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you gonna be drinking today? And, did my dad beat me as a kid? Of course I'm gonna be drinking today. We got the Crown Royal Apple, and we're gonna be talking about something a little bit more abstract again today. We're gonna be talking about the cultural impacts of Arma. Let's get into it. Arma has affected almost every single game in the past 8 years without even being mentioned. A lot of people don't even know about Arma's existence. Arma is hardly praised. It's not a great game, it runs like crap, and the controls are unintuitive. And yet, here we are, talking about Arma in 2018. Arma is the breeding ground for large-scale multiplayer first-person shooter game modes. Whether this was the intention of the developer when releasing the game, or the community just taking the reins for themselves, here we are. DayZ, before becoming a standalone game and 1,000 other shit spin-off games, was once a mod for Arma 2. And it is an objective statement to say that DayZ had a huge impact in gaming culture. Whether you love it or hate it, DayZ changed the world at one point.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Shorty! Get away from him! Get the fuck away! Who are you? Oh, fuck! Yo, man, friendly. We had a little problem. Bro, chill, please. Please, man! Just chill. Let me bandage my friend. No, dude! No, man! What the fuck? No! Shorty!
Fucking God. Okay, please, no zombies come. Please, no zombies come. He just like took it like a fucking boss. He tried to eat it for me. Allah Akbar!
Oh shit, dude. Oh my god.
Here we go. Get in cars, driver. Everything's green except engine, which is... Oh! What? What?
Theo was killed.
But everything was green!
Just lay down. No, we're good. The zombie opened the door. We're good.
Everybody back
Everyone
up.
crawl.
Everyone back up.
Oh, shit!
Ah!
Dude, I didn't even see you!
You crash in like...
And those with Winchesters should fuck shit up.
I have a great view from here.
Thank you all.
Can you try to untie this guy? I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No! Bill! Oh my god!
2012 was a huge year for not just gaming culture and DayZ, but for the internet entirely. 2012 was when streaming video games became publicly accessible for everyone through Twitch.tv and the rise of XSplit. Instead of having to use some obscure program like Adobe Live Media Encoder, now you could just use XSplit. With the increased accessibility of live streaming and the rise of some prominent Twitch personalities, as well as the unlimited possibilities of Arma 2, we had the perfect storm for a little mod called DayZ. For the 12 people that have never heard of DayZ before, DayZ is an open-world zombie survival game. Wow, that sure sounds like War Z, Infestation, 7 Days to Die, Miscreated, Nether, Unturned, Fallen Earth, Scum, and Contagion. DayZ blew up with the Twitch community, exploding channels like Lyric and Sacriel and plenty of others. My own channel even had significant growth during this period. However, everyone that used to watch me back then has all gone their separate ways, which I respect. Please come back, Lauren. I remember back in the day, Lyric having around 1,000 concurrent viewers on most of his streams, which was huge back in the day. And then when DayZ came out, blowing up to well over 1,000 viewers a stream. On his channel, he used to have specific emotes dedicated just for DayZ. The name for the subscribers that joined his channel were the Bean Bandits. Now, I don't have any hard evidence of the impact that DayZ had on channels like Lyric and Sacriel, but I have been watching Lyric since late 2012, and I'm fairly certain that my memory is spot on this one.
Wasn't Lyric laughing at this game yesterday? Bro, I always laugh at this game because this game was one of my favorite games and helped grow my channel. You know how you get big on Twitch? You need to find a game that fits your playstyle completely or something.
What a nice guy.
That has a lot of potential to be amazing. This was that game, man. I have a deep history with this game, bro. It's like the most deep love-hate relationship.
I'm not too sure on the exact impacts DayZ had on Sacriel's channel. I never watched him back in 2012, but I do remember his name being thrown around a lot and he was a huge powerhouse. I'm almost pretty sure that he was as popular as Lyric back in the day. With the huge influx of people seeing DayZ, the game blew up in popularity. Thousands and thousands of servers were being created every day. There were streamer-specific servers. There were role-playing servers with strict rules. There were public servers, millions of public servers, all of them maxed. It was a crazy time. DayZ wasn't a perfect mod. It ran terribly, had awful controls. You could literally trip while walking downstairs and just die. And then August 7th, 2012 rolls around. DayZ will have a standalone adaptation. And we all know how that went.
Now the game has been in alpha for 3.5 years. And they managed to put a lid. Very well done. Very well done.
He's speaking. Hold on, I got him. Aim! My guy won't aim! This game is so fucking... Your guy crawls out at the speed of like... It's like your guy has 17 broken ankles.
DayZ Standalone came out December 16th, 2013 at the start of Steam Early Access. Fuck. Steam Early Access is an area on Steam where you can release half-baked, hardly working shit games. And DayZ will be the first major game to abuse this feature. For fuck's sakes, it's October 31st, 2018, and the goddamn game still isn't out of early access. It's been in there for nearly 5 fucking years. Anyways, we could continue talking about DayZ and the shit patches that it kept receiving over the next probably hour and a half. But that's not what this video's about. We're gonna talk more about the impact that DayZ had making this business decision and abusing the early access system. DayZ had massive impacts on what indie developers were going to focus most of their efforts towards. Just like any other media that becomes incredibly popular, there will be imitators. Just take the Halloween series, for example. The amount of imitators that that movie has is incredible, and DayZ was the Halloween of the gaming industry. Thousands and thousands of indie developers started scrambling to try to release anything that resembled DayZ. You have Scum, you have Miscreated, you have Nether, you have H1Z1. There's even a strong argument you can make that DayZ blew up just the standard survival games as well. Games like Rust and The Forest started to come out. You have Ark. The list just goes on and on and on. And the funny part about it is that all of these games also began abusing the early access system, selling you shit-broken games to cash in on the hype that DayZ had. DayZ releasing half-baked on early access and still selling millions and millions and millions of copies set such a huge precedent for gaming. It legitimized selling unfinished, half-assed games on the early access marketplace and taking advantage of consumers. Perhaps it's a bit of a broad statement to say, but after DayZ publicly took advantage of Steam Early Access, thousands and thousands of other developers started releasing half-baked shit games on early access. Some that would take years and years to finish, or wouldn't even get finished. Shit, the impacts can still be seen today on Xbox Live. There is the Xbox Live game preview now, which sells half-baked shit games. Today, indie developers are making millions and millions of dollars selling shit, unfinished games off baseless promises, just like DayZ. You have the classic terrible indie games like War Z, which is an entire video topic on its own. You have the Stomping Land, which was heavily influenced by the explosive rise of the survival game genre. Another game that falls under this umbrella is PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Sick transition, dude! PUBG was what looked like an overnight success story for Brendan Green. However, that's not necessarily true. It was a long process of slowly perfecting his craft throughout several iterations through the Arma game series. So let's go back in time to see how Arma practically birthed the Battle Royale experience we see today. Battle Royale goes back a lot farther than just PUBG. For example, its conception is thanks to Kinji Fukasaku, the director of the Japanese film Battle Royale, which was a huge inspiration for the Hunger Game novels and those films as well. I'm not going to talk much about these films because I am definitely not an expert in movies.
Hey guys, this is just editing Critic here, and I was going to do a collab with Colby from Movie Epidemic Podcast, but I am terrible at running collabs and I have no idea how to do them, so it never got done. But I do really want you guys to go check out their channel. They run a great podcast, so just click the link in the description. It'll be the first link, or type in this long ass URL. Movie Epidemic, you guys need to have a custom URL, please. God, please.
Insane. Well, we jest, but I do believe that we made this podcast because it's a podcast that we would listen to.
That is correct. This is, I like listen. I do listen to this podcast. I like it. I think it's pretty good, but
I truly do strive to make this a podcast that, because look, I listen to a lot of movie podcasts. They're either funny and don't analyze movies, or they just analyze movies and are not funny.
After the release of Hunger Games rekindling the idea of Battle Royale, Minecraft was the first game to actually pick up off this craze, with the release of the Survival Games mod. Countless Let's Plays were made of this mod, and you know what? Personally, I'm surprised that it took this long to get a substantial standalone Battle Royale game. Released at a similar time, there was a spin-off of the Arma 2 mod DayZ called Survivor Games. This was created by the creative director from the DayZ standalone, as well as a community manager from Twitch, Jordan Tayer, and a handful of programmers to help create the tools necessary to run the tournament. Not only is this one of the first officially broadcasted Battle Royale tournaments, but it is the mod that helped inspire Brendan Green to make his own Battle Royale mod. And thus, DayZ Battle Royale was created in late 2012. These original iterations of Battle Royale were pretty damn rough. You didn't drop into the map from like a helicopter or a plane or anything, which has been a consistent convention throughout the entire genre. You actually all spawn on the ground and have to run away from each other. It's actually pretty jarring to watch some of this gameplay from back in the day. DayZ Battle Royale was fairly popular throughout the lifespan of DayZ mod. However, with the release of DayZ standalone, it practically killed everything about the mod. And we won't see another Battle Royale game for quite some time. 2014, we saw the release of PlayerUnknown's Battle Royale for Arma 3. And this is the most significant attempt at the Battle Royale formula that we see today.
That's how we do it, boys.
We have dropping into the map. We have pre-game lobbies where we can shit-talk our opponents, alright? We have vehicles. We have multiple maps, including my favorite one, and the one that I have the most wins on, is the CQC map focused on a tiny town. Not only was this the smoothest Battle Royale game to date, but it was also one of the most popular Arma 3 mods. This mod blew up once again because of the streamability aspects of it. It's very easy to gain a following playing a single specific game that has great replayability. For example, Cobalt Streak and the Binding of Isaac series, or Lyric and the Arma series. Whether they want to admit that playing these specific games as a majority of their content helped or did not help the growth of their channel, it doesn't really matter. It's all about the data. As well as off my own experiences of being a live streamer that did this professionally for over a year. After being a channel that went from game to game to game, I decided back in 2014 that I was gonna stick to a specific game called Garry's Mod. My channel went from around 180 followers to over 10 times that amount in 2 months from playing a specific game and just sticking with that game. After I decided that Garry's Mod wasn't the game that I wanted to play for the rest of my life and deciding to switch games, my follower count went from getting around 500 to 600 a month to going back down to gaining around 100 a month. I don't have any specific numbers for Lyric or Cobalt Streak, but being around and being a part of the community throughout their entire growth, I'm pretty sure that I have a fairly accurate description of what happened to their channels as well, based off my own experiences. The point that I'm trying to make with this tangent isn't that Battle Royale only blew up because of Twitch. What I'm trying to say is that streamers were highly incentivized to continue streaming Battle Royale content based off the viewing habits of their viewers. Viewers loved it for how skilled you had to be to actually win a game of Battle Royale. Streamers loved it because the checks were a lot larger and their channels became snowballing. And the developers loved it because it kept their game in the public eye at all times. In comes H1Z1, one of the first games to actually rip off DayZ. It released in a broken state, included microtransactions that we were all promised would not be in the game, decides to capitalize on another Arma mod, Battle Royale. January 2015 rolls around and SOE decides to hire on Brendan Green as a consultant for one of their own Battle Royale mods. They license PlayerUnknown's Battle Royale and then release their own version of Battle Royale included in H1Z1. This was horribly, horribly broken. But hey, it's a new Battle Royale mode, and Twitch viewers want that shit.
Moon Knight, Midnighter, thank you. Are you fucking me right now? What made me flip? Are you kidding? Is that a kidding?
So I would like you to be my first. Much love from Canada, bro.
My face. Look at it, dude. He died way after I died. Chat. I shot him in the face. He killed me. Then he died.
H1Z1 exploded in popularity with the release of their Battle Royale mode, selling well over 1 million copies within the first 2 goddamn months. Basically, everyone stopped playing the actual survival game mode of H1Z1, which was the original selling point, and they only played the Battle Royale mode. So, what does H1Z1 do? Well, they separate the 2 modes into their own separate games and still charge $20 for the fucking thing. What the fuck? I can't even comprehend taking a game mode out of a game and then charging money for it. Imagine if 343 took out Warzone from Halo 5 and sold it at the same price as the actual full fucking game. Okay, I need to stop right now because I keep digging up more and more shit on this H1Z1 game. So check back in the future for a video on that fucking shithole. Or if you're far enough in the future, click right up in the top right hand corner and you'll be able to see the new video. It should be up there for you. The next notable Battle Royale game is, of course, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This game shares a ton of similarities to the DayZ standalone launch. It was first released on early access. The game was a complete fucking train wreck, and the developers straight up lied to all of us. But hey, everyone decided to look over that because I guess the game was fun? Honestly, I don't understand how PUBG got away with all this scummy shit. I'm assuming it was because this was the public's first real experience with a Battle Royale game, but I can't fucking stand this game. Again, like H1Z1, there's gonna be a future video talking about all the fucking problems with PUBG. Then Fortnite came along and actually functioned like a video game, which was a fucking huge breath of fresh air. Oh, also, it was free. Just for context, I'm not a fan of Fortnite. But hey, at least I can respect that it ran like a fucking video game. Anyways, my video went a little in depth in 2 of the most popular mods in not only Arma history, but gaming history. If it wasn't for Arma, we wouldn't have had the explosion of survival games back in 2012 through 2014. And we definitely wouldn't have had the incredibly successful Battle Royale genre, meaning there'd be no blackout mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, meaning there'd be no Fortnite, there'd be no PUBG. So I think when Bohemia Interactive announces Arma 4 finally, that we should all give it a shot and dive into the community mods for that game, because you never know which mod is going to be the next huge success. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming by and watching these videos. The last 2 have been really long, I know. I'm sorry. I know I haven't really been covering many indie games. I'm sorry. I tried to include a little section in this video about indie games, and I feel like that kind of like justifies it, so it's gonna be fine. If you like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. We're about to hit a massive goal of 377 subscribers. Okay, that's insane. That is the largest milestone I've ever hit in my entire life. It's not like I was at 390 subscribers 3 weeks ago and I've just lost a ton of subscribers, okay? Thank you guys so much again, like, for real. It means a lot to me. Hey, make sure to check back for the next video. Perhaps it'll even be on an indie game. That'd be pretty cool, eh?